continue discharging the functions and mandate of the office of the President na ibinigay sa kanya ng taong bayan, kung ganito ka-eskandaluso ang lumalabas na mga pag-challenge sa kanya that he is involved into illegal drugs or illegal substance abuse. And then, nagkakaroon ng massive cover-up. Ang kanya mga weak ang presidente at namumuno kung ang taong bayan, ina-isolate niya instead na kanyang i-engage at harapin ang mga isyong ito. At sabi mo, ito ay isang pagtalikod sa pananagutan.
Ang institutions, ang living spirit niyan ay yung trust ng tao. Once the people withdraws their trust from Senate, from Congress, from the AFP, from the PNP, those institutions calcify.
Yes.
Nawawalan na yung kaluluwa nila and they become irrelevant.
Tama.
Ito nga mga kababayan, bago natin ituloy ang video na ito, kung bago ka lang sa aking YouTube channel baka pwede makahingi ng like at subscribe at click mo na rin ang notification bell para updated ka sa aking nilalabas na bagong video. Salamat po.
Ito po, ulitin ko, ang taktika ngayon ni Abalos at ng mga alipores ni Marcos Jr. na sobrang sipsip sa Pangulo at mukhang lasing na lasing sa poder na ibinigay sa kanila bilang mga cabinet secretaries, lalo na po si Abalos, si General Marbil ng PNP, si Gibo Chodoro, napaka-arugante na sabihin nila na ang lahat ng ito ay isa lang may layunin nito, mga makasariling tao na walang ibang layunin kundi sirain ang gobyerno at pagwatak-watakin ang Republika ng Pilipinas. Ang taktika nila, DTI, deny, threaten and intimidate. Ngayon, ma'am, ang tanong ng mga mamamayan, gaano po kabigat para sa mga nanonood na mamamayang Pilipino ang ganitong hinaharap na challenge of integrity, challenge of competence of the President to continue discharging the functions and mandate of the office of the President na ibinigay sa kanya ng taong bayan, kung ganito ka-eskandaluso ang lumalabas na mga pag-challenge sa kanya that he is involved into illegal drugs or illegal substance abuse. And then, nagkakaroon ng massive cover-up ang kanya mga gabinete at pinagbabantaan ang taong bayan. How do you look at this?
For me, it will weaken him. It will weaken him terribly because ang lakas ng isang pangulo, ang lakas ng leader ay ang tiwala ng taong bayan.
Tama.
So pag yan, no, nakikita natin ngayon yung pagbulusok ng trust ratings niya at ano ba yung naramdaman natin, na experience natin, ang isang gobyerno ngayon led by this president, the entire government, no, being all the resources of government being weaponized, no, against perceived political enemies, yung panggigipit, yung sa mga karapatan natin. So, you know, if you're a very strong leader, sa iyo yung tao, no, hindi mo kailangan na manunupil ka. But once you start threatening, yung DTI, sinabi ni Eric, no, what's D again, Eric?
Deny.
Okay, once you deny, you lie,
threaten.
you threaten and you intimidate, then that really shows that the power that was vested on you, on the people, by the people, has already been withdrawn, and therefore you are a very weak leader that you would resort to threatening and intimidation.
Yun. Good points ang ni-raise ni Ma'am Lorraine. Attorney Bosantog, from the perspective ng isang legal observer, at the same time, ng isang advocate of people's rights. Hindi lang sa katutubong pamayanan.
Human rights defender ako.
Human rights defender.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Human rights
Lahat
activist.
tayo, we will claim that, attorney. Hindi lang para kay Satoru Campo, kay Franz Castro, at kila Aaron
Hindi,
Brosas,
human-
because they are not the human rights defenders.
Child abusers.
Child
naman.
abuse.
Convicted criminals. Yeah.
Attorney Bosantog, from the legal perspective ng isang legal observer sa nangyayari sa ating lipunan, sinabi mo kanina na there is an important issue of moral authority and moral ascendancy that goes together with the principle of public trust versus betrayal of public trust. Explain mo nga sa amin gaano kabigat yung pananaw ni Ma'am Lorena. Weak ang presidente at namumuno kung ang taong bayan, ina-isolate niya instead na kanyang i-engage at harapin ang mga isyong ito. At sabi mo, ito ay isang pagtalikod sa pananagutan sa mamamayan. Please.
Yes, the moral authority to lead emanates from the people.
Yes.
Because how could you morally lead a country if they do not trust you? The position of every public officer is a position of public trust
Correct.
and confidence. No? We are saying decline in the public trust of conferred to the president by the people. Pero more than that, no? More than that na kasi andyan yan eh. We keep harping on the president. But there are other factors in the society that we should also be targeting.
Correct. I agree.
We should also look at the Senate and Congress
Yun.
and the law enforcement ano ba ang level of or modicum of trust na binibigay niyo sa President? Unang-una, no? You are beholden to the people as much as the President is beholden to the people. Lahat ng sinasahod niyo galing sa tax ng bayan. Ano ang moral accountability niyo? Do you believe that a President who is into drug use is capable of leading the country? So
Magandang
ano
punto.
ang hinihingi ninyo? Are you awaiting for the certificate of authentication for you to move? Second, sa Congress, kasi legally, ang pwede natin gawin dyan is impeachment, no? Betrayal of public trust. So, ang tanong is, ano ang kailangan ng Congress? Are you awaiting for the certificate of authenticity? Now, if the same is provided to you, would you act?
Magandang tanong. Magandang punto.
Kasi yun yung next point eh. Okay, meron tayong video. The first question, is it authentic? Okay. We can say na there are levels of authentication that we did before it was released. Okay. Wala pa yan, hindi pa na-access ng public. But once na-access ba siya publicly, are we expecting our leaders
To act.
to demand accountability?
Demand accountability.
Attorney, and Eric, I really like that you brought that up, the institutions. It's not just the president. Because in a democracy, ang institutions, ang living spirit niyan ay yung trust ng tao. Once the people withdraws their trust from Senate, from Congress, from the AFP, from the PNP, those institutions calcify.
Yes.
Nawawalan na yung kaluluwa nila. And they become irrelevant.
Tama.
So,
Ang ibig sabihin ni Ma'am Lorraine yun, humihina ang mga institutions of democracy and the process of governance become eroded when people do not trust and put their confidence to the leadership, including to the institutions, because ang pagiging corrupt at pagiging kabahagi ng isang malala na panluloko at mga pang-aabuso sa tao ay nagkakaroon ngayon ng pagtingin ng taong bayan na there is nothing more to expect from this government when everybody under this government institutions in it ay nagko-cover up sa isang malaking pagkakaroon ng kasalanan ng Pangulo. Bakit namin sinasabi ito? Sapagkat until now, the President does not address fair and square in a public forum kung siya ay drug addict o hindi. O siya ba ay na-involve sa droga o hindi. At kung patuloy pa ba siyang na-involve dito. At ano ang kanyang mental, psychological, and health state. Sapagkat yan ay, sabi ni Atty. Bosantog, I will learn from the lawyer. We will learn from the lawyer. It's a matter of public interest that this information must be given in a public and transparent manner upang ang mga mamamayan ay magkaroon ng tamang pagtitiwala sa pamahalaan. Na-demand po sa mga institusyon ng gobyerno na dapat ay harapin ng Pangulo ng Bansa na sa kasalukuyan, si Mr. Marcos, ang bigat at kaseryosuhan ng challenge on the integrity and competence of his leadership because of this drug abuse video na nagpapakita sa kanya. And yet, ang kanyang mga tauhan ay nagkukumahog na tabunan ito, supilin ang paglaganap ng mensahe at takutin ang mga mamamayan. How do you react to that as a lawyer and as an ordinary Filipino citizen?
Unang-una doon sa statement ni Gibo as to why the Department of National Defense ang nag-issue ng counter-statement kaagad. I think they're trying to portray that that's the official stand of the Philippine Army or the
AFP.
Philippine
Security
the Armed
Forces.
Forces of the Philippines. Na ito yung stand ng ating AFP, no? Which I think is not, no? Ito yung gusto lang nilang i-portray. Pangalawa, yung kay Secretary Abalos, to portray that's the official stand of the Philippine National Police. So, maybe there's rumbling on these sides that they have to say na ito yung namin, yung mga positions namin. Pangalawa, I think, ang pinaka nagustuhan ko dun sa statement ni President Duterte is this one. We are in a particular crossroads of history.
Yeah.
Where do you stand? No? Congress, where do you stand as an institution? Senate, where do you stand? Andito na po yung event which would define our nation. And the thing is, where do you stand? As a people or as an institution? I think that's the challenge. I think yun yung binigay ng video.
Yeah.
Actually is not actually to divide us, but to
Awaken us.
yes, and to request, no, kung saan ka tatayo, di ba? Kung saan ka, which side are you on? Which side of history do you want to be standing?
Okay.
So that's the demand from the Congress and the Senate.
Ma'am, may tanong ako sa iyo. May sinasabi doon, thank you, Atty. Bosantog. No need of any authentication, sabi ng statement ni Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte, in due respect doon sa mga nagbibigay ng kanilang forensic authentication or cyber and digital print analysis sa authenticity ng video, sabi ni Pangulong Duterte, that consistent denial and refusal of President Marcos Jr. to head on the issue and undergo hair follicle transparent and believable independent drug test is already a proof, yung kanyang pagtanggi dyan.
the best proof.
The best proof that the video no need to be authenticated because the contents in the message are verified by the non-acceptance of Marcos Jr. of the challenge to undergo a credible drug testing.